What is the X's, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 185 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all of the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, awarding my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And when we got a pay-per-view, I will be doing a separate pay-per-view review for whatever pay-per-views. And I believe we have AEW's Australia Grand Slam, and I believe NXT's Vengeance Day is coming up as well. So we'll have reviews for those. But let's get into the recap. We got Monday Night Raw. They are in Nashville, Tennessee. Great wrestling thon. And we got Jey Uso having a yeet thon in Nashville. But then out of nowhere, Gunther brutally attacks Jey and ruins the yeet-thon. What the fuck? Gunther yelling, "Do not pick me," at Jey Uso. Referee, security, and management separate them. Jey grabs a microphone and does the opposite. He chooses Gunther for WrestleMania. Boom, bitch. Gunther flips out. Jey hits a dive, takes out Gunther and the security. Yeet. There you go. So I would say the safe decision has been made. Gunther versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Yeah, man, you got the easy David versus Goliath storyline built in right there. And I can see Jey Uso defeating Gunther at WrestleMania and becoming the champion. I don't think I'd have that same opinion if he was going up against Cody Rhodes. And I didn't think he would choose Cody, or they would go that Cody route. It was fun fantasy booking it at work with the homie, but, I just don't think WWE would. Why ruin something that's so good? Like, Cody's so popular. Why turn him heel now? Like, just milk the cash cow, let him be the biggest babyface, and maybe another time. But, yeah, man, I'm excited for Jey Uso versus Gunther. How do you feel about it? Do you think that's the right decision? Is that the biggest match they could have gone for? No, I don't think so, but I think it's going to be good. Gunther versus Jey Uso? Hell yeah. We got Io Sky warns Rhea Ripley she is coming for her after Ripley ruined Io's chances at winning a shot in the Elimination Chamber, potentially winning that chamber and going to Mania, so revenge will be had. And Ripley's like, nope, yep, you're right, I kind of fucked you over, my bad. And yeah, she's gonna accept those consequences. Very nice. So now it's Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai going up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Io dive, wipes out Judgment Day, then nails a big air missile dropkick. Judgment Day with the awesome assisted Oblivion to Io there. That was very nicely done. Good teamwork. Thumbs up. Raquel using Liv as a battering ram, then power bombs Liv on top of Io. Like that as well. Liv Morgan gets busted open. Not quite sure what happened there, but she's cut on the side of her head there. Io hits Liv with the over-the-moonsault for the big W. Hell yeah, man. That was a very enjoyable tag team match. The first half was pretty standard stuff, nothing crazy. But then after that commercial break, just pure awesomeness. They were going banana. Io and Liv were fantastic in this matchup. I'm honestly hoping if Charlotte doesn't pick Rhea Ripley, that Io Sky gets a shot. And she will. She is going to get a title shot against Rhea Ripley, but I would love for her to shine at WrestleMania. That would be so good. Don't think we're going to go that far, but at least she's going to get a title shot at the Chamber, as far as I know. Might be on Raw, but anyway, good. Raquel, nice work throwing Liv around and all that shit. 7.5 out of 10. We get a New Day promo. They're getting booed big time by Nashville still. New Day is upset that Rey Mysterio gets a qualifying match, and neither of New Day members got a qualifying match. Well, that's because you suck. We got an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It is Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Bayley with the sunset flip buckle bomb hits a Bayley to belly, and Lyra kicks out. Very impressive. Lyra with the tornado DDT and a couple of fisherman suplexes. Bayley counters the Nightwing attempt. Bayley catches Lyra with a nice counter pin, and Bayley earns a spot in the Chamber. An alright match, honestly a little bit clunky at spots. I think maybe they were trying a little bit too much. just didn't quite get the cleanness on the spots that we're looking for. There were some nice counters there, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling the chemistry between these two. And again, like, Lyra Valkyria, man, like, I've never really been sold on her. It's not that she's not talented. I mean, she can have good matches. Just this one in particular, this didn't seem to have the chemistry, but we'll see. We got Pete Dunne. He tells Ludwig Kaiser to stay out of his business. That's right. That's pretty much all there is to that. We got Pat McAfee and Nashville sing happy birthday for Michael Cole, a 60-year-old old man. How could you? That's, good for Michael Cole. Happy birthday. Here comes AJ Styles. He is welcomed back by Nashville. AJ discussing the hard road back from what was a near career-ending injury. That's he was in a serious spot right there. It almost was over for AJ. Thankfully, it's not. Dom and Carlito interrupt the nice moment. Dom getting drowned out by all the booze. AJ pointing out Judgment Day has lost some crucial members in Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Styles calls Dom names, sparking a brawl. AJ whoops Dom and Carlito's ace. Styles looking jacked, baby. He is ripped. And great to have him back, man. Hopefully he stays nice and healthy this time around. And then backstage, AJ is given a match next week versus Dom Mysterio. Braun Breaker arrives, has a little stare down with AJ Styles. Or possibly a tease. Maybe Styles versus Braun Breaker, Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania? Come on now. That would be fantastic. I'm down for that. Let's do that. We got Seth Rollins pumped for the Chamber match. Finn Balor arrives, calling Seth a failure, losing to Punk and losing in the Rumble. Seth tells Finn soon he will not be standing at all. All right. We got a WWE Tag Team Championship match up next. War Raiders, Ivar, and Eric defend against the Creeds, Julius and Brutus, with American Made. But no Chad Gable because he is off trying to learn the dark arts of Lucha Libre. Eric with a lovely sit-out powerbomb. Ivar hits the Creeds with a backspring elbow. Creeds with the superplex moonsault combo. That gets a near fall. Raiders set up the War Machine, but Julius hits Ivar with the championship, and the Creeds are disqualified. War Raiders retain. Well, not gonna lie, that is a very disappointing ending. I would love a rematch because this is like, I'm pretty sure these two have fought before, but Creeds versus War Raiders, like, that's just fantastic on paper. And yeah, I got a good little tease here. There's definitely the potential that these two teams would put on a banger if they didn't have a lame finish, but hopefully that sets up a rematch between the Creeds and the Raiders. Brutus, let me talk to you, dog. Come over here. Stop. And I mean stop doing that fucking laugh, bro. It is bad. Like, he's forcing it so much. It is just not working for me. Crowd's not really responding to it. Just stop. Please. Thank you. Dom with a tense conversation with Finn Balor. Dom wants to add a new member to cover for JD McDonough's injury. Liv shows up looking just awful from her match. She is all fucked up. Eyes all fucked up. She's got scratch and all that. Anyway, she agrees. She would like some new help in Judgment Day as well. Finn is unhappy about it. Well, else is new? Rhea Ripley offers Io Sky a title shot at Elimination Chamber. Like I said, probably not going to stretch it out to WrestleMania, and we still don't know who Charlotte Flair is going to choose. Could very well be Ripley. Could very well be Tiffy. And yeah, that would leave Ripley open. I think Ripley versus Io, that's a banger right there, but we'll get to see it at Elimination Chamber, so this is cool. CM Punk is disappointed he did not win the Rumble, but claims he is happy for Jey Uso. I'm not buying it. That's bullshit. Punk is jelly that Cena gets a bye into the Elimination Chamber. Punk claims he will win the Chamber, calls Drew McIntyre garbage, and so on. Here comes Logan Paul, the man who eliminated CM Punk. Cuts off CM Punk. Logan, being booed to oblivion, reminds Punk he eliminated him in the Rumble. Logan handing out 15 minutes of fame to CM Punk and Rey Mysterio, allegedly. So, I don't know. Pretty decent little moment here, I guess. Possibly teasing a CM Punk versus Logan Paul. I don't think that's what we're looking for here. But maybe Rey Mysterio versus Logan? That'd be a little more appropriate. I don't know. Main event time. Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It is Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. Ray flattens Logan with a splash counter. Paul with an awesome avalanche moonsault slam. Like, my goodness, thumbs up for that. Ray slams Logan into the steps, hits a West Coast pop and a lion salt. Paul kicks out of that. Rey Mysterio with a sit-out powerbomb. That might be the first time I've ever seen Ray hit a sit-out powerbomb. Freaking crazy. Ray then hits the 619, but the frog splash is countered. Logan, KO punch, and the pulverizer. Logan Paul will enter the chamber. I have to say, that pulverizer finishing move is sick. I don't know how he's going to pull that off on many people, but it's a sick move, and he pulled it off so good against Ray there, so well done. And a good main event. Ray working very well with Logan, because he's the best, and Paul hitting some impressive moves throughout there. He's good, man. I hate to say it, but he's good. Ray still seemingly pulling off new moves, like a sit-out powerbomb. Never seen him do that. Like, sunset powerbomb, absolutely, but a straight-up sit-out powerbomb, Batista style, no way. 7 out of 10. Solid Raw overall this week. Jay makes his decision, choosing Gunther. Safe decision. Sadly, we're not going to get a big Cody Rhodes heel turn or anything, but doesn't matter. Logan Paul and Bayley added to their respective chambers. AJ Styles back in the mix. I'm hoping that he and Braun Breaker will meet in the ring soon, hopefully at WrestleMania for the championship. Disappointed in that tag title match. Hopefully we revisit that. Damage Control versus Judgment Day. Was a damn fine match right there. Main event was good. Pretty good wrestling throughout. Good, loud Nashville crowd. Solid Raw 6.5 out of 10. Let us slide now to NXT, still in Orlando, and we're kicking it off with Bayley. Holy crap, Bayley, you're on fire right now. You are all over it. You're on numerous shows. You're crazy. Take a break. But first, it's Bayley versus Roxanne Perez. Wait, nope, that's not correct. It is Bayley going up against Cora Jade. How could I? Bayley to belly connects, hits Cora with a stiff knee to the tummy. Bayley's old music hits. Out comes Roxanne Perez, dressed up as the hugger version Bayley. Oh, wow. She looks pretty good. Bayley, not pleased, pulls Roxanne's hair. Cora nails Bayley with a DDT onto the floor, hits another one in the ring, pins Bayley for the big win. Damn, good opening match right here. Cora and Bayley throwing a lot of stiff strikes at each other in this one. And I'm loving Cora Jade with the big win right there. 7 out of 10. Ava announces Cora is now added to the title match, making it a fatal 4-way match. So I think it's Roxanne, Cora, Julia, and someone else. It's a fatal 4-way now, y'all. That's crazy. That's going to be something. We got NXT champion Oba Femi is aware it's going to be basically a handicap match at Vengeance Day versus A-Town Down Under. Oba also aware eventually the egos of A-Town will turn themselves against each other. A-Town arrives, Theory buttering up his boy Grayson. Waller and Theory start to argue. Oba's just sitting there watching in amusement, just watching them crumble, and then A-Town turns their focus to Oba, say they will bury him under weapons, and then A-Town can duke it out for the title amongst themselves. A-Town then attacked the champion, hitting multiple finishers. Theory and Waller stare at the title. And yeah, solid segment. A-Town building a lot of tension towards each other. Will this cause a breakup after Vengeance Day? There's a good chance of that. I mean, yes, this was a setup, like they were pretending to be arguing with each other, eventually attacking Oba. But that's going to be a reality once we get to Vengeance Day. Eventually, they're going to turn on each other, and someone's got to try and pin Oba. The other one's going to get jealous. I think it's going to be Waller that ends up going heel, Theory back to babyface, and they break up and they do something else. I'm not all that into A-Town Down Under as a team. I think they're better off separated, honestly. So I think this is going to be a great opportunity to do that after Vengeance Day. So that's where I think this is going. We got Eddie Thorpe. He challenges Trick Willie to a strap match at Vengeance Day. Trick accepts this match, and that's gonna be pretty nasty, man. Strap matches are always pretty fucking nasty. We got Javon Evans. He gets cleared by, I imagine, a real fake doctor because he's got a real fake broken jaw. Ava makes Javon sign a waiver anyway because it's so stupid. The doctor's like, yeah, I'll clear him for this match, but he shouldn't be in any sort of physical contact or anything. Do you know what this man does? As a fucking professional job over, he fights for a living. Like, what are you doing? The doctor's like, oh yeah, if he takes another hit, he'll probably be he'll be dead or some shit. I don't know. So that was stupid. We got a triple threat tag team match up next. It is Hank and Tank versus Heights and Bourne of No Quarter Catch Crew versus Briggs and Inamura. Briggs going wild on the hot tag, hits numerous big boots and a choke slam powerbomb thing. Like, damn, that was awesome. Thumbs up. Hank hits a big dive and a unique slam on Briggs, almost gets the win. Briggs turns Hank inside out with a lariat. Inamura, awesome splash, and they grab the win. Oh my goodness, bro. This match was friggin' awesome. So much action. Josh Briggs was phenomenal. Tavian Heights was flying all over the place. Hank was really impressive. Hell of a match right there. That's a banger and a half. 8.5 out of 10. And then Fraxium, they're so impressed they give Briggs and Inamura a tag team title shot at Vengeance Day. That could be a sneaky show stealer of a match right there. Josh Briggs is super underrated, and what I've seen of Inamura so far, fantastic. I can't wait for this match. Gonna be good. We got a Heritage Cup Championship match. Lexis King defends against JDC, aka Fandango. So they have changed the cup rules, or at least Lexis King has. It is now basically just a normal thing now. It's just first fall. So it's just a singles match, no more rounds, none of that. So the fuck. It's also come to my attention that Lexis King's beard is in fact painted on. All right, I was unaware of that. I thought it was some AI-generated shit, but there we go. So, JDC, nice Falcon arrow and a top rope leg drop. King hits the coronation to retain. Solid match. JDC, good effort, threw some nice chops. Yeah, solid match. We got Bayley, calls Roxanne an ugly idiot. Whoa, bro, do you know how gorgeous Roxanne Perez is? How dare you? Cora says it's her time to become NXT champ, and yo, I'm there for it. Even though Cora really hasn't had a good, consistent run due to injury, I think she would make a fantastic champion. We got Zarya with Soul versus Nikita Lyons. Nikita, neat split-legged camel clutch. Zarya spears Nikita in half, hits the F5 for a quick statement win. Nikita, some nice kicks, but Zarya definitely on a different level. She's like world champion level, I imagine, here. So, yeah. But right now she's in a tag team with Sol Ruka, which I don't hate, but like, you know, I wasn't expecting that Zarya to be doing that when she got here, but there it is. And then out of absolutely fucking nowhere, Ricky Starks appears in the crowd, former AEW guy. Ricky says NXT needs the biggest star out there right now. And damn, okay. Ricky Starks, everybody, apparently coming to NXT, and that's a big gain for them. Big loss for AEW. Just another guy that disappeared. AEW doesn't know what to do with their guys a lot of the time. Long-term booking has just not really been their thing. They're kind of week to week. Not a lot of long-term thinking going on, and so many guys just lost in the shuffle there. Miro's gone now. I just read that he got released. So I'm not like, what the fuck are they doing over there? I don't know. Add another squash match to AEW because they apparently don't have anybody to use. So that's fucking ridiculous. But great to see Ricky doing something. And now it is time for a steel cage main event match. North American Championship on the line. Tony D'Angelo with the family defends against Ridge Holland. Tony crashes hard into the cage, missing an attack on Ridge. Tony slams Ridge into the cage, hits a bunch of belly-to-bellies. Ridge big boot and a snowplow. Damn. Tony powerbombs Ridge into the cage, hits a spear, and gets a near fall. Stax steals Izzy's idea and slides in a crowbar for the Dawn. Izzy's like, the fuck, man? It backfires. Ridge bashes Tony with the crowbar, but the Dawn kicks out. Tony returns fire with the crowbar, hits the spine buster to retain. Good main event match right there. You know, I would have really liked some more escape attempts. I think there was one attempt to get out of the cage. Just, they don't really do that anymore in cage matches. It's not about getting out. It's about staying in. But Tony and Ridge, good work with each other. Some nice near falls. They use the cage decently. 7 out of 10. Ridge then attacks Stack and Luca. They're gone. Sean Spears appears with Nico and Jensen. Dawn Izzy and Rizzo are in the cage. They're like, what the fuck do we do? Lock the door, keep them out. Instead, Izzy attacks Dawn with the crowbar and allows Spears and friends into the cage. Oh dear. Spears hits Tony with an avalanche Death Valley driver onto the chair. And wow, Izzy betrays the family. She was the rat for Shawn Spears the whole time. Oh my goodness. So there you go. I like that, man. It looks like finally, Shawn Spears been creeping in the background for like a month now, kind of building up a little squad, and he's made his attack. So he's on the move now, and this is good. And a really good go-home NXT before Vengeance Day strap match added. That should be good. The tag team match added. That should be a banger. Ricky Starks out of nowhere. That's key. A-Town Down Under. A pretty good story building for the Oba match. I mean, still very predictable to me what's going to happen, but whatever. Wrestling quite good. The steel cage match was good, but that triple threat tag team match stole the show. Such a goddamn good match. Izzy with the big turn on the family finally gives Shawn Spears something to sink his teeth into. Excited to see what he and his group are going to be able to do. 7.5 out. And now we go to the SmackDown in Washington, D.C. It's WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. He needs an opponent for WrestleMania. So Cody, he's talking about the Elimination Chamber entrance and kind of gauging the crowd's reaction. Definitely John Cena, a favorite, but I think all the options are really good. I mean, Drew McIntyre versus Cody, hell yeah. Punk versus Cody would make a lot of people happy. I think pretty much anyone except for Logan Paul would make people mostly happy, I would say. But Cena definitely getting the most crowd reaction. Feels like that's where we're going to go. We'll have to wait and see. Cody just does not want it to be Solo Sikoa, who's not in the chamber yet, I don't think. He'll have a chance, I think. But here comes Drew McIntyre. He arrives reminding Cody about their history. Jacob Fatu, he arrives. He is all gas and no brakes tonight. Fatu needs to earn his chamber spot for a shot at WrestleMania. Drew teases a match versus Fatu, but instead he just leaves, saving his energy because Drew McIntyre is just so freaking intelligent. So Fatu is ready to go whenever, whatever, with Cody Rhodes. And then Solo appears on screen, arriving into the arena. And I swear, this guy's looking more like DJ Khaled every week. Now, not in terms of physical size, but his looks. Anyway, I got to laugh into my wife on that one, so I wrote it down. Fatu and Tonga leave to handle some family business. Interesting segment right here. So, obviously, crowd responding big to John Cena and Jacob Fatu, who has a chamber opportunity later in the show. We'll see if he gets in, but is Jacob Fatu, is that too early? I know they got a rocket strapped to this guy right now. I mean, whether they had that in the plans or not, Jacob Fatu has just kind of come in, shoved Solo to the side. The crowd loves this guy. I love this guy. He's fantastic. So I personally would love to see it, but I think it's too early. Probably going to have to go with Cena, man. It's the last time is now. You got to give him another main event. So that's where I think we're going. So pretty good segment. We got Trish Stratus. She's in the crowd to announce she will be in Toronto for the Elimination Chamber. She says she's not going to be competing, but I don't buy it, Trish. But, oh, I'm so happy you're around. Please, just come back. Come on back. I'd love to have you back. She had a little run there. I thought she was phenomenal, and she still got it. I want her back. And then we have our first elimination qualifying match of the night. Naomi with Bianca versus Chelsea Green with the Secret Hervis Piper. Naomi with a nice Booker T style scissor kick. Chelsea nails a Rough Rider, paying homage to her husband. And Naomi with the X Factor, paying homage to X-Pac. And a split-legged moonsault, paying homage to herself. Pins Chelsea Green for the win. Naomi earns a chamber spot. Fuck yeah. Been loving Naomi's work this year, and we'll see if she can get a slot onto WrestleMania. At this point, not feeling very good about it, but man, I'd be happy. I'm rooting for her. And a good match. Lots of fun moves, a lot of homage-paying moves, nice counters. Naomi continues to roll, and can she win the chamber? Like I said, not feeling great about it. I feel like there's probably some other people they're going for Rhea Ripley. Alexa Bliss is there. I don't know, man. Like, I would love to see Naomi versus Rhea Ripley. I just don't think they have much history there. I don't think that would be the match, sadly. I don't know. I'd still like it. Anyway, 7 out of 10. We got Sami Zayn with the update. Says he is not doing okay. Kevin Owens trying to end Sami's career with that package pile driver. Sami says he will see Kevin soon. And a strong message delivered there from Sami. Revenge is going to be had, and yeah, it's going to be an emotional match between those two, and can't wait for it. I think, well, hold on. I think we'll find out a little bit later. Hold on. But first, Michelle McCool announced as a 2025 WWE Hall of Fame inductee, and man, you tell me that in like 2007 or 8 when I first saw her, I giggle at you. But she legitimately, like, really improved. Like, I remember I came back, I was watching, I was like, whoa, Michelle McCool is the champion? Like, what the, how bad has it gotten? And she was really good at the time. One of the best that they had in WWE during the Divas era. So, yeah, man, I'm all about it. Michelle McCool, congratulations. We got Motor City Machine Guns, Sabin and Shelley versus Garza and Berto in tag team action. It's the Guns with a nice missile dropkick flatliner combo. Garza with the double slam and Berto springboard combo thing. My goodness, the power. I'm impressed. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Guns with the dual dive, hit the skull and bones, and grab a nice bounce back win. Really good work there from Berto and Garza. Awesome tag offense, man. Like, geez, the double stack, the slam, the springboard. I'm impressed, man. It looks like they want more out of Los Garza, Berto, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves. Looks like they're going to be using them more this year, and so far I'm impressed. Really good stuff. And the Guns just making it look easy out there. Silky smooth wrestling. Good match. 7 out of 10. We got Solo Sikoa gets confronted by Fatu and Tama Tonga. Solo admits he wasn't himself after losing the Ulafala. All right. Solo claims he's all good now, and he's ready to take over. Fatu is flustered, but buys it for now. So we'll see if Solo can get his shit together, or if he's just blowing up some smoke here. We'll see. And now it is United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura cutting a promo. He says there are no warriors in the WWE. Crowd just wadding Shinsuke to oblivion. Here comes LA Knight. He answers the call. Yeah, LA Knight has beaten Shinsuke before, and he claims he can do it again. Yeah. And here comes The Miz. He interrupts, calling the crowd basic, and LA Knight is unworthy. Knight fires back, says Miz hasn't been relevant in over a decade. Well, hey now, that's not nice. That's not true. Miz had some really good Intercontinental Championships run. R-Truth and Miz, like, come on now. Anyway, that was fun. It did make me giggle. Knight suggests Miz joins Cena's retirement tour and just go away. Wow. Miz doesn't overreact at all. He's doing a big old fake cry like, oh, I should just retire. Blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Love you, Miz. Miz wants the United States title. Knight says the U.S. title needs L.A. Knight and then calls Miz a dork. This has crossed the line. We get a micro brawl breaks out. Nick Aldis comes out. He does the thing. And we have a match. L.A. Knight versus The Miz. Knight hits a ugly looking BFT. Makes it a little bit better with a mid-rope elbow drop for the win. An okay quick match, I guess. Shinsuke and Knight stare down to very little crowd hype. So no one's really all that excited about a Shinsuke LA Knight meeting at WrestleMania, potentially Elimination Chamber. But you know, I like what Knight said right there. You know, I think he's a little bit of truth to that one. I completely forgot that Shinsuke has the United States Championship. He hasn't really done much with it. They haven't really given him much to do with it. And LA Knight, yeah, it was way better for the championship and LA Knight to have that title. I really don't know why they gave it back to Shinsuke. Maybe a favor, I don't know, but yeah, it kind of looks like should definitely be going back to LA Knight. At least take it off of Shinsuke. I like Shinsuke a lot, but it just hasn't been a very great WWE run, and yeah, I'm ready to move on. So we have Nia Jax and Candice. They interact with Alexa Bliss backstage. Some weird images flash on the screen. Bliss remembers the rivalry with Nia at WrestleMania. And it looks like Alexa is definitely still possessed. She's looking off the 1,000-yard stare, saying some weird shit. Fucking things are flashing on screen. So, yeah, shit's going down. Will Nia and Alexa Bliss meet again at WrestleMania? Maybe. I'm not a big Alexa Bliss fan. You know, she's okay. I like her character a lot more than her in-ring abilities, but a little bit surprised she came back. Well, not really, but kind of surprised she came back in the character that she was. She was gone long enough that she could have rebooted, came back as, you know, whatever she wanted. Who knows? Maybe that's what she wanted. Anyway, Miz is offered assistance from Andrade, I think. It's a little hard to understand. I think that's what he said. Miz also suggests a tag team with Carmelo Hayes called Mello Don't Miss. Or Don't Miz. So there you go. Miz just firing off fantastic ideas. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think we need a Carmelo and Miz tag team, though they have a great name already. So now it's R-Truth versus Carmelo Hayes. Mello shuts down Truth's Cena offense. Mello, nothing but net, grabs a quick win. An alright match. Mello gets revenge on R-Truth for the accidental disrespect last week. We move on. Tag Team Champions DIY yucking their opponents Pretty Deadly's yum. Ciampa is gonna ruin Pretty Deadly's dream of becoming Tag Team Champions. I don't really feel very optimistic that Pretty Deadly's gonna win, but hey, it's all about building them up, showing that they're resilient, and the more that they're fighting, you know, the champions, the more they're gonna get better, and yeah, they'll actually become a competitive team, which, you know, they have not been on the main roster since they've shown up. They've been pretty much getting squashed, butt end of the joke, so on and so forth. They're looking for an upgrade. Doubt they'll win, though. We got Kevin Owens is also not doing good. This is saddening. Kevin Owens tells Sami to find him at Elimination Chamber, and Sami will learn what real pain is. Oh my God. We got Sami and Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. I'm going to be there. I love both these men. I will be satisfied. Either way, I'm so happy. I feel like every time WWE comes to Canada, I only get to see one of them. It's rather Kevin's there, Sami's not, Sami's there, Kevin's not. So to see them fight each other, it's going to be chaotic. I hope they do like a Falls Count Anywhere, something like that, because it's just going to be a chaotic match. They're going to want to kill each other, and I'm there for it. It's going to be awesome. And speaking of awesome, we have a women's WWE Championship match. It is Tiffany Stratton defending against Nia Jax, who looks to get the championship back with Candice LeRae. Charlotte is watching this match backstage. We still don't have an answer yet from Charlotte. Nia is dominating the match early. Tiffy battles through a very ugly counter out of a powerbomb, but they work through it. Tiffy stomp off of the top, pretty nasty looking. Nia, in a good way, Nia avalanche Samoan drop and a leg drop. Tiffy kicks out of that. Stratton, beautiful moonsault to the outside and a lovely swanton bomb. Tiffy barely avoids getting annihilated. Hurls Nia with a spine buster, gets her up pretty good there. Tiffy goes for the prettiest moonsault, but there's Candice with the interference, knocking Tiffy off of the top, and the match is disqualified. Regardless, that was a banger. I really enjoyed that match. Even with the DQ finish, didn't really bother me. The match was essentially over anyway, so makes sense. Candice, doesn't want her friend to get hurt. So, all right. Nia, some pretty good monster work. A little clunky at spots. It comes with it. Tiffy, awesome athleticism as always. Such a treat, I should say, to watch Tiffy in the ring. 8 at that. We got Candice and Nia attack the champion after the match, laying out Tiffy with an annihilator. Trish Stratus tries to help, but is also taken out. Oh no, Trish. Here she comes. Charlotte Flair acting as like the most annoying alarm clock for Tiffy. Just saying, wake up, Tiffy. And just, it's so annoying. Flair then chooses Tiffany Stratton for WrestleMania. All right. Not gonna lie, I thought it was set in stone. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte 3 at WrestleMania, the rubber match, but here we are. I don't know if I'm fine with it. Like I said, once it came to my attention, I was like, oh, Tiffy versus Charlotte. Yeah, no, that's a dream match, kind of. But what makes me very nervous is Are they going to do the same thing to Tiffy that they did to Rhea Ripley? Ripley wins the championship, new young champion, hotness, the hotness. She's the best. And then Charlotte Flair just takes all the wind out of her sails, beating her at WrestleMania. And then it took Ripley a whole year to get back on track. And then she beats Charlotte. They do the right thing that time. And I'm nervous they're going to make that wrong decision again. I know what they would be thinking in long-term booking is like, all right, you got the young new champ and Tiffy. You got the fucking veteran, legendary, numerous-time champion Charlotte Flair. Comes back, teaches the cocky champion a lesson, embarrasses Tiffy at WrestleMania, and she battles back to get that championship back and learns a bunch of lessons along the way. Nah, I don't want it. I want Tiffy. It's Tiffy time, baby. We're all here for that. No one wants Charlotte Flair as the champion right now. Crowd responses definitely don't want anything to do with Charlotte Flair as the champion. We're tired of her winning everything and spoiling everyone's fucking rise so that Charlotte can get yet another championship win, another Royal Rumble, just another notch in her belt. And it's annoying, man. You're definitely taking away opportunities for other women. And I don't like it. Crowd doesn't like it. But as long as Tiffy wins this match, and it is Charlotte Flair, man, I will give her flowers. She can fucking put on a great match. And I'm expecting a great match between Tiffy and Charlotte Flair. I'm just disappointed that we're pulling the Flair card yet again. I feel like there's so many other women on the roster that could fill that role as well. They don't have to have the Flair name, but all right, we're going to do it. So there that is. And then backstage, we got Trish Stratus, I love her, asking Tiffy to tag with her versus Nia and Candice at Elimination Chamber. Oh, baby. I was so disappointed earlier because Trish was like, oh, I'm going to be at Chamber, but I'm not going to do anything. I was like, no, you got to compete. And she is going to compete now. So this is great news. Can't wait. So all this shows Naomi and Bianca evidence that Liv and Raquel were in fact behind this sneak attack. I don't even remember what sneak attack it was anymore, but yeah, okay. So that beef between Bianca and Liv and Raquel, that's going to continue. Fine with me. We got Drew McIntyre being a sweetheart to Jimmy Uso. Drew just rubbing in the fact that Jimmy ain't main event in WrestleMania like his brother Jay. Jimmy kicks Drew in the face, says no yeet, and that's that. Elimination qualifying triple threat match for the main event. It is Braun Strowman versus Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu. The battle of the meat. Fatu, I like that WWE is kind of stealing the meat thing from AEW. If you're not aware of it, whenever there's like big guys in the ring, they start hitting each other, the crowd likes to chant meat because big meaty men and yeah. So now WWE's caught on to this and now they're doing it too. Cool. It's not like trademarked or anything, so yeah, take it. Fatu takes out Strowman, nails Priest with a Swanton Bomb, gets a near fall. Strowman, Tower of Doom spot, Priest getting the worst of that. Fatu flatlined on the table, Priest launched over the table by Braun Strowman, and then Fatu is planted on the table with a Strowman chokeslam, and that table doesn't break anymore, so that's an ouch. Strowman about to end Fatu with a chair wrapped around his neck. Solo is there to make the save, spikes Strowman, and then Cody Rhodes ain't having that shit. He brawls with the Bloodline, and then Solo accidentally hits Tama Tonga with a spike. This pisses off Jacob Fatu. Priest hits Braun with a South of Heaven and snags a spot in the Chamber. Oh, baby. Good main event. I am sad that Jacob Fatu isn't going to be in the Chamber. I feel like he would have been, that guy. The guy that gets a lot of eliminations and looks the best, probably be the MVP. So that upsets me a little bit, but I'm not mad that Damian Priest is in. Priest is awesome as well. And a really good back half of this match. Big spots. Fatu looking awesome, but I guess he's still got some family business before he has his big moment. Maybe next year he'll win a Chamber, maybe a Rumble, and maybe, fuck it, he's going to WrestleMania next year. Maybe that's the trajectory we're looking at for Jacob Fatu right now. Good main event match, 7 out of 10. Damian and Cody have a little stare down. Not a lot of reaction there. I don't think we're going to do a Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. At least they're trying it. At least they're see what, it's not that the crowd's like, ew, Damian Priest. That'd be a good match. I just don't know if Damian Priest is legitimately world champion. Like, he's been the world champion. He was good, but I don't think he's like the guy you want as your world champion. I think he's going to make a fantastic, Intercontinental United States guy. You can always have him in there for a world title match. And I think Damian Priest is great. I just don't know if he's liked, but he's not beloved, you know what I'm saying? And I think there's just a lot of kind of really big guys right now in WWE. And if I don't see fucking Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens as the champion, soon, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad about it. All right, so that's the end of the show. What do we think about it? Pretty good SmackDown this week. Cody gauging who could be his opponent at WrestleMania. I'm a little bit confused, though, about the WrestleMania main events. Apparently, Cody, Charlotte, and Jey Uso all claiming they're going to have main events. There's only 2 spots, so someone's getting pushed out. I'm thinking it's going to be Gunther and Jey Uso, but rightfully so. It's supposed to be the Rumble winners that get the main event spots. So that'd be Charlotte, that'd be Jey Uso, which means Cody Rhodes doesn't get a main event. Is that okay? Cody Rhodes, arguably your biggest star in the company. You're not going to have that guy in the main event. What if he's fighting John Cena? You're not going to have that as the main event. So I feel like they're probably going to be pushing Charlotte Tiffy. That's what I would think, and that fucking sucks for the ladies. But they don't have any more spots. You can't just be like, oh, the opening match, here's a main event. Or they could just fucking be like, fuck it, we're doing double main event. Just bam, here's your first main event, here's the second main event of the night. So they could just do that shit. Regardless, a little bit of confusion there. LA Knight is right, I think. The US title does need him back. Shinsuke's just not it right now, man. He doesn't have any crowd engagement as a heel. There's just nothing there. So just move on, please. And Naomi and Damian added to their chambers, pretty good. Wrestling, also pretty good with the qualifying matches. Banger women's title match, in my opinion. And a chaotic meet off of a main event. 7 out of 10 for the SmackDown. And now off to the land of AEW we go. It is Dynamite in Austin, Texas. And we got Platinum. Max Caster arrives to many, many boos. Max has an open challenge for anyone to take on the best on the planet. Hangman answers the challenge, but Caster runs and hides. Hangman finds Caster hiding in the crowd, and then they have a match about it. Hangman versus Max Caster. Hangman nails the buckshot for a quick win, and yet another embarrassing loss for the self-proclaimed best on the planet. We broke up the Acclaim for this, bro. This is what we're doing with it, eh? All right, I'm not into it. We got an AEW Trios Championship match up next. I kind of forgot that there was even an AEW Trios Championship. Forgot who had it. And yeah, it's the Death Riders that have it. Since they like to not show off their championships and stuff, yeah, I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, it's Death Riders, Claudio Pac, and Yuta defending against Undisputed Kingdoms, Cole, O'Reilly, and Roddy Strong. Roddy backbreaker, spree, suplexes Yuta onto Pac. O'Reilly and Cole, nice combo on Pac. Death Riders destroying Roddy with running elbows in the corner, like so many of them. Undisputed Kingdom, sweet triple strike on Pac. They hit Yuta with the high-low, but terrible defense allows Claudio to make the save. Claudio brings in a chair, causing a ruckus. Yuta low blows Kyle, rolls him up, and the Death Riders retain. I guess a good action-packed match, but oh, what a frustrating finish that was. So stupid. Undisputed Kingdom looking like rookies on tag team defense. They were legitimately, they had the match won, and they're off on the ropes, just no one's gonna break up this. Are you fucking stupid? Oh, that was infuriating. But elite tag team offense, I'll give them that. Death Riders, pretty good performance. Just the frustrating shenanigans, man. It's not fun to watch Death Riders perform. It's just not. 7, I guess, out of 10. Cope and Jay White somehow steal the briefcase from Moxley and the Death Riders, and Moxley's just going to implode. He's going to destroy everything. We got MJF trash-talking Dustin Rhodes, then has an intense conversation with Hangman. Max puts Hangman in his place, calling him a pathetic, lost puppy. Hangman has nothing to say. Oh, snap. We got Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata trio squash match. Joe says conflicts are always met with violence. Joe calling out Christian and the patriarchy for a match next week. You know, a squash match where Samoa Joe's barely sweating. I mean, what is the fucking point of that? Just have the message. I don't know why you need to have a squash match. How about you fucking have a decent competitive match with some of the numerous stars you're not using and just, jeez, I don't get it. We get Shafir. She attacks Willow during her interview. Mox pops in to say White and Cope are fucking dead man walking. He didn't say fuck, but I did. Chris Jericho has a showdown with Bandito. They both walk, the 10 paces, and then Brian Keith sneak attacks Bandito. The Outrunners back up Bandito. Big Bill arrives seeking to claim the $200,000 bounty that is on Bandito. Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs stops Bill with a singular spine buster. So Hobbs and Bill still going at it. I'm sure I like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, another guy in Big Bill. Maybe this brings out more. They need to use this guy, man. Like, he's a fucking superstar just waiting in the wing. Like, they just have him sitting there. Like, crowd loves this guy. He's entertaining. He's a monster in the ring. Like, he's not fucking technically incredible or anything, but his matches are entertaining to watch. He's destructive. And, yeah. All right. We got White and Cope say if Moxley wants his briefcase back, he's going to have to fight them in the ring for it. So, we'll find out what happens with that one later. MJF versus Dustin Rhodes up next. Max thrusting his crotch into Dustin's face. Rhodes repays the favor later on. Just some funny shenaniganery. Dustin nails a crossroads. Max kicks out. Max hits a mean pile driver. And then Max lands in the perfect position to have his dream shattered. I had a good giggle at just the way that Max fell into the position. Just so awesome. Dustin hits a reckoning. Max again kicks out. Max hits Dustin with a reckoning into the salt of the earth. Transitions into a crossface. Dustin passes out and MJF wins. Dustin still having damn good matches, man. Damn fine. Mean grudge match right there. Nice near falls. Crowd rallying behind Dustin. And fuck yeah, man. 7.5 out of 10. Max continues attacking Dustin. Hangman arrives, stares down with MJF, and they get it on, baby. Brawling all over the place, into the crowd. Max trying to escape. MJF tries to murder the Hangman, attempting to throw Adam head first off of a balcony. Security makes the save. Max grabs a microphone, says Hangman sucks, and he's a coward. Hangman sprints back to beat the shit out of MJF some more. Yeah, it looks like we're through the Dustin and Jeff Jarrett phase. They were interesting, even fucking good pit stops for MJF, but finally looks like time for Max to fight like a legitimate, in his prime wrestler in AEW in Hangman. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The trash talk has been ridiculous on the side of MJF already. Can't wait to hear what Hangman's response could be. I get a little nervous because Max has that burying potential, kind of like The Rock. Like, MJF can end you on the microphone if you're not up to snuff. And I'm not saying, like, Hangman's good, but makes me nervous the way, like, I don't think he locked up there legitimately. He just didn't say anything because he's a very angry man. He's probably just gonna fucking burn everything down that Max owns. So there you go. We get Megan Bayne having her singles debut. She wins with a F5. So there you go. I didn't see who she was fighting because I guess it doesn't matter. It was a squash match. An acceptable squash, I guess, showing off the impressiveness of Megan Bayne. She's big, she's pretty and stuff. Statlander comes out sizing up Bayne before her match. And yeah, I mean, Statlander versus Bayne, that would be very interesting. And eventually we'll lead up there. How many more squash matches will she have? That's the mystery. We got Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford. Penelope survives the onslaught of suplexes, hits a Poison Rana. Chris regroups, hits the Wednesday Night Fever for the dub. Nice effort there from Ford. Statlander, powerhouse performance. Yeah. Bayne arrives, Bayne arrives. Ford attacks Chris from behind. Bayne also attacks, sending a message to Statlander. All right, so Statlander's just a fucking target for everybody. That's fine. She has great matches with everyone, so there you go. Harley Cameron has a awesome music video with her puppet Monet. fantastic. Harley rapping was actually very impressive. She's doing like the fast rapping, and I was like, holy shit, like she's incredible. Harley delivers a serious message to Monet. Harley knows she is the underdog, but she's determined to win. And yeah, dude, awesome video right here. Thumbs up. 100% behind Harley Cameron. Give the girl the win, man. Like, she's earned it. Like, Monet, she can move on to the big championship now. She's got 4 championships. She can lose one. AEW Tag Team Championship match up next. Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin with MVP defending against the Ass Boys, Austin and Colton Gunn. Shelton hits a wicked super kick. Bobby with the spear, and the Hurt Syndicate retain in dominating fashion. Bobby and Shelton on a mission, just operating like a finely tuned machine. Gunn's like fine performance, just sadly right now nobody is like doing anything to the Hurt Syndicate, so yeah, they didn't get a lot done. Mariah May says it's going to be a Mercy Killing versus Toni Storm in Australia. Nice. I mean, I wish they would give Mariah May a little more time to talk and maybe do some stuff. Like, this is generally what she'll do. It's like a 30, 45 second little message, and it's forgotten about before you even move on to the next fucking thing. Which is, Cope and White, they enter the ring with Moxley's briefcase. Edge threatens to smash open the briefcase to free the AEW Championship. Moxley arrives claiming ain't nobody no jack shit. Moxley forced to give Edge a title shot at Revolution. Cope smashes the briefcase anyway, but fails to break it open before the Death Riders swarm the ring. White and Cope work together, clear out the Death Riders, and Shafir did reclaim the briefcase, so it's back in Moxley's possession, and that's a show. Pretty good Dynamite. Edge will get his match versus Moxley for the title. This is good. MJF moving on to Hangman. This is good. Max Caster, not good. Just burying this guy week after week. I don't know whose Cheerios he shat in, but he definitely pissed someone off. And yeah, this is what the Acclaimed has devolved to. I'm loving Harley Cameron. Hope she gets the big win in her hometown. Hurt Syndicate, unstoppable right now. And pretty alright wrestling. Dustin Rhodes, really good match against Max. Megan Bayne, in-ring debut. I'm hoping for a good match against Chris Statlander in the near future. 7. Alright, now Collision. So I haven't watched it because A, there's a few reasons. A, I'm too scared to check if there is a Collision because I don't want to see any spoilers for the Grand Slam. And B, there's a lot of wrestling this weekend, and I'm burnt out on that, and I don't think I'd want to watch Collision. C, there was 4,000 feet of snow that got dumped on me this weekend, so yeah, I've been a little busy taking care of all that snow, so fuck it, we're sliding past Collision, and we'll do the 3 stars. We'll shout out MJF versus Dustin Rhodes on Dynamite. Just very impressed with Dustin, of course, being 50, maybe even in his 60s, and that dude still is a warrior in the ring. He tells us all the time on his promos. He's last of a generation and shit, and like, yeah, dude, he's putting on fantastic matches still. It's just the MJF factor. He's fantastic, so fantastic. I'm just like, why are we not doing bigger things with MJF? Thankfully, it looks like they're starting to. Regardless, it was a good match, good enough for a shout out. Now for the 3rd star of the week goes to Damage Control versus Judgment Day, the female version of Judgment Day, on Raw this week. A really good tag team match that kind of crept up on me. I was not expecting it to be that good, but damn, dude, Io Sky, she is just so damn fantastic, and going up against Liv Morgan and Raquel. I mean, her and Liv, oh yeah, baby. Good enough for the 3rd star. 2nd star goes to, we got Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's title match on the SmackDown. I mean, Nia Jax, I know people don't always love her, but yo, man, I know she's a little bit stiff and tends to hurt people, but regardless, I've been liking what she's been doing in the ring. Tiffany Stratton, oh fuck yeah. Tiffy, time. She is fantastic, and yeah, they had a really fucking great match on the SmackDown. But the best match that I saw this week Did not see this one coming, but it was the triple threat tag team match on NXT. Hank and Tank versus Briggs and Inamura and No Quarter Catch Crew. Holy jumping, this was a fantastic match. Just shy of getting into a Match of the Year nomination, and that's just a NXT, out of nowhere. This match was ridiculous. So Briggs and Inamura just kind of paired together. They met in Japan, they fought together, now they're friends, and they came back to NXT, and I'm so impressed. I mean, I already liked Briggs, but Inamura tagging with him, bringing out the strong style, oh my goodness, and Inamura's funny. I love him. I love him so far. So he was putting on a freaking hell of a performance. No Quarter Catch Crew. Lots of athleticism in the ring. Hank and Tank. Oh, fuck yeah. Hank especially he's getting really, good, man. He's starting to really put it all together. Hell yeah. That was my favorite match that I saw this week. There we go, everybody. So I'll have the reviews up we got Vengeance Day, NXT, and I haven't watched the Grand Slam, so I'll probably do them in 2 separate episodes. I'll get some extra views out of you. I don't care. But that's just the way, just so I can get it out. I've witnessed Vengeance Day. I'm going to have to wait till later tonight till my wife gets home or watch Grand Slam together and on Family Day, and then I'm gonna make her fucking move 400 tons of snow with me. It's gonna be a great family day, regardless, / Valentine's Day. So, out there, hug your loved ones and be good to each other. If you're getting 1,000,000 pounds of snow like me, freaking I really wish sometimes I have a snowblower. I could get one, but I keep telling myself, it's a great workout, and oh my goodness, is it ever. So regardless, I hope everyone's having a good weekend with the Valentine's Day and Family Day. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the recap. I'll have NXT's Vengeance Day review out as soon as I can, and same with the AEW Grand Slam. I'll just have to watch it. So there we go. In terms of what we got going on with the pod this week, I just did out of nowhere, games that hit the feels on the GamerCast this week. A video game made me cry. I'm a grown man and I cry playing a video game. And I was like, shit, that would make a fun episode. So I talk about games that hit the feels, not just crying, but good emotions as well. Tons of emotions, just games that hit the feels. So that was a fun episode. And in terms of what we're going to do next week, I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I got numeri lists. I'm playing games, so there'll be something on the GamerCast. WrestleCast will have another recap of the weekly events in AEW and WWE. And on the HockeyCast, holy shit. The Canadians and the USA went at it last night, and it was it was very uneventful. Nothing happened. It was very boring. No fighting at all. It was very, unpatriotic, we'll call it. But we'll talk about it on the HockeyCast this week. Wink, wink. So there you go, everybody. Again, thank you so much for listening. I upload all of these episodes to the YouTube channel, GX Videos. You can go over there, subscribe, please, and thank you. Drop a comment on the episodes and send in a question on there. We've got a question about wrestling, hockey, video games. Send them on in. Let me know what you're doing, playing, watching, all that greatness. Doesn't matter. Just get involved. I'd love to chat with y'all. And I actually tweeted something for the first time in 2 months. So that was an event. I did that. I'm probably just going to do a Blue Sky thing here soon. I just haven't made the jump, man. I'm just I got too many fucking things on my phone. I don't want another widget thing on my fucking, I don't want it's just ugly. Anyway, but Blue Sky seems like to be an area, so maybe once I make that, I'll let you know about it. Email address there as well. All the links are in the description. But yeah, there we go, everybody. Going to be a fun week. Stay safe. Watch out for the snow. Oh, I wish I lived in Florida sometimes. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening / watching. We'll be back again with some GX Bloodgate.